Rasis, this is the Global Digest think tank group. What is your expertise area? Please, Rasis.
Okay, actually, I have done my PhD research on Iran's foreign policy, and my MPhil research was on Persian Gulf, but I teach studies of IR and certain other courses as well. I teach at a university in Islamabad. Currently, by the way, I'm on vacation, summer vacation, and currently I'm in Gilgit-Baltistan. I hope you have heard Gilgit-Baltistan. Basically, it's a disputed territory between Pakistan and India, but it is administered and controlled by Pakistan.
It's another name of Kashmir.
No, Kashmir is different. In fact, Gilgit-Baltistan is part of the Kashmir issue, but it is totally different. It has a different culture, different geography, different history. But because once Gilgit-Baltistan was part of the Kashmir state of Kashmir, so that's why we are part of the Kashmir issue. But our people got independence after Pakistan's independence, and they, joined Pakistan voluntarily. But because it is part of the broader Kashmiri issue, it is according to UN Security Council resolutions, a disputed territory.
Yeah.
By the way, it is geographically adjacent to Kashmir, as well as Kargil and Ladakh, which are now controlled and administered by India.
I see.
It borders China primarily and India. I believe you have heard about K2. K2 is situated in Gilgit-Baltistan, the second highest mountain in the world.
I see. So Gilgit is connected to Kashmir, and the people in Gilgit area are same Kashmir people.
No, they are not the Kashmiri people. Ethnically, the people of Gilgit-Baltistan are different from the people of Kashmir. Linguistically, culturally, there is a huge difference, by the way, between the people of Kashmir and the people of Gilgit-Baltistan. But because geographically the two regions are adjacent, and because they have been part of the Dogra Raj under the rule of Dogras, who were the rulers of the state of Kashmir. So this is the reason which binds Gilgit-Baltistan with the broader Kashmir issue.
See. So you said the Gilgit is also a dispute between India and Pakistan, and as well as Kashmir.
Under the Security Council resolutions.
Or what about China also involved in the dispute about Gilgit area?
No, China is not involved. By the way, there was a border issue between India and Pakistan, but this issue was amicably solved by the two countries in 1970s under the rule of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, who was a charismatic and popular leader. But Kashmir, gave part of its territory to China, and the issue was resolved. But today, you must have heard about CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. And CPEC, the gateway to CPEC is Gilgit-Baltistan. So in this way, you can say China is a bit involved in the region, Gilgit-Baltistan.
I see. So which means you still dispute between India and Pakistan or Gilgit, but China is not involved. But
yes, China is not the party.
You said
to this dispute.
The Gilgit or Kashmir, some Pakistani portion of dispute given to the China, so there was no dispute.
Yeah, there is no dispute.
I see. It means Pakistan, between Pakistan and China.
Yeah.
But in case of India, Ladakh issue, India did not give up. So they still dispute between India and China.
Yeah.
I see.
Because I am a resident of this region. I was born here, I was raised here. And I leave Islamabad just because of my job, but I belong to this region, Gilgit-Baltistan. So being the residents of this area, I know some facts about the region.
So your hometown is Gilgit region.
Yeah, Gilgit-Baltistan.
I see. So how about tension between India and Pakistan in Gilgit?
Both the powers claim Gilgit-Baltistan. Pakistan is of the view that Gilgit-Baltistan is part of Pakistan, and so is the view of India. But currently Gilgit-Baltistan is administered and controlled by Pakistan, and the overwhelming majority of the people of Gilgit-Baltistan actually want to be part of Pakistan, because as I said earlier, after getting independence from the British Raj, the people of Gilgit-Baltistan, without any force, without any compulsion, they voluntarily, joined Pakistan. And even today, the regional assembly has passed many resolutions and demanding Pakistan to make Gilgit-Baltistan part of the state of Pakistan. Because Gilgit-Baltistan is currently not the constitutional part of Gilgit-Baltistan, and it has been a desire and demand of the people of Gilgit-Baltistan that Pakistan should amend its constitution and should extend the constitutional rights to the people of Gilgit-Baltistan. But India claims, but I don't think that there is, I would say, no, positive sentiments towards India in the region, the people of Gilgit-Baltistan.
I see. So probably Gilgit region, the people are also Muslim people.
Yeah. I think yes. Why the people of Gilgit-Baltistan joined Pakistan after getting independence from the British Raj? The main and key reason was religion. Because at that time there was a religious fervor in Pakistan, and Pakistan was acquired in the name of Islam. Many slogans were there, so the people of Gilgit-Baltistan thought that our future is with a Muslim majority state, that was Pakistan. And India was not an option because of religious differences, and secondly because historically there was no connection between the people of Gilgit-Baltistan and the people of what later became as India. So there was a huge difference between the people of Gilgit-Baltistan and India. So our people opted for Pakistan.
I see. It means you want to say the Gilgit region is totally they accepted under Pakistani administration, and they made resolution, a kind of referendum, or you set up, or also there is the assembly resolution, something within Gilgit region. So the people accept, they made resolution to be part of India. So it's nothing to talk about India, right?
Well, obviously, but because it's a disputed region, disputed territory, India has its claims and Pakistan has its claims. And according to UN Security Council resolutions, the issue has to be solved through referendum in the region. The people of Kashmir, people of Gilgit-Baltistan and Kargil Ladakh, they would, determine their own fate. They have the right of self-determination. But in 2019, India, in fact, abrogated those articles that guaranteed Kashmir autonomy and that accept Kashmir as a special territory within the Indian Union. Now they have, in reality, annexed Kashmir, and they have made Kashmir and the adjacent territories like Kargil and Ladakh as part of the Union of India and a part of the state of India. But Pakistan haven't taken any initiative because Pakistan is of the view that if we, do, and we follow the suit of India, and we annexed Gilgit-Baltistan and Azad Kashmir, the part of Kashmir which is under Pakistani control. It would, weaken the cause of Kashmir, and it would weaken the position of Pakistan vis-a-vis the dispute.
Okay, so, do you know when it was done referendum in Gilgit area?
I think personally, I'm not very much optimistic about a future referendum or a plebiscite, because today we can see that United Nations Security Council resolutions are sacrificed on the altar of the national interest, or the what has been called as the doctrine of raison d'etat. States do not care about UN Security Council resolutions. For example, there are multiple resolutions of the Security Council demanding Israel to withdraw, to the borders that were set, that were there before 1967, but Israel is there doing what it wants to do. As same is true with respect to India. India has downplayed and ignored the UN Security Council resolutions, and it has annexed Kashmir. And I don't think there would be a plebiscite or a referendum, and the people of this region would be given their right of self-determination.
I mean, the Gilgit-Pakistan, they have done any referendum among the people?
There has never been a call from the people of Gilgit-Baltistan for a referendum. Rather, people of Gilgit-Baltistan, they believe that they are naturally part of Pakistan. As I said earlier, it has been a demand of the people of this region, and that we should be made constitutional part of the Federation of Pakistan, the state of Pakistan. So they are. I think they have understood that there is not going to be a referendum in this region, because India has done what it wanted to do. So let's see what happens. But the people, I can say it very confidently, that the overwhelming majority of the people want to join Pakistan, and they want to remain part of Pakistan.
I mean, right. The Pakistan government has willing to let them do referendum in Gilgit area.
For example, if there is a situation where a referendum becomes inevitable, let's say, for example, a referendum is taking place under UN supervision, and the people are asked to go and to express their view and their opinion, their choice, I believe that the vast majority of the people of Gilgit-Baltistan would vote for Pakistan. India under Modi, has in fact projected a very bad image of India, and the people of Gilgit-Baltistan, they can see how India under the ideology of Hindutva is treating the minority there, and how it is spreading hatred, and how it is violating, or how it is weakening the principle of secularism of the Indian government. So they are very much, I would say, not in favor of India.
I mean, you can make speculation about Gilgit people opinion and their feeling, but so far neither Pakistani government did any referendum for Gilgit as we talk, and I don't know. It seems you said the Pakistan's side, they see there is not necessary or not not relevant yet to do referendum in Gilgit region, and I don't know what is or it may be expensive or any financial cost.
In fact, a referendum, as per the UN Security Council resolutions, is to be taken place not just in Gilgit-Baltistan, rather in the whole region. That includes Azad Kashmir, that includes the Indian administered Kashmir, that includes Kargil, Ladakh, and all other regions that are disputed. So it's not a case which is exclusively about Gilgit-Baltistan. But if, for example, a need arises, and the people or the government of Pakistan thinks and considers that there should be a referendum, I think the people of Gilgit-Baltistan would not oppose, would not object, because they are very clear about their future. And I think a referendum is only meaningful when all the constituent parts of the Kashmir, the broader Kashmir dispute, are open for it, and when the parties to the dispute, especially Pakistan and India, are willing to hold a referendum. Otherwise, a referendum in just a part of the Kashmir issue, the Kashmir region, I think it has no meaning. It has no legal significance, because the Security Council resolutions, they do not talk about holding referendums in a particular part of the Kashmir issue. For example, referendum in Gilgit-Baltistan, not in Kargil, Ladakh. This is not the case.
I see. So it seems only Gilgit region is not significant or not important to do referendum, because as you mentioned, UN resolution is covering the whole Kashmir, including Gilgit and Ladakh, so on. So that means the whole border region, part of the whole border region resolution made by UN. And as you said, Gilgit and Kashmir all are connected. And last month, the shooting between India and Pakistan, that is close to the Gilgit region, or is a little bit far from Gilgit region? That's definitely in Pakistan, right? In Kashmir border in the Kashmir.
It was the region, Gilgit-Baltistan was, I would say, not involved, in the sense that what happened between Pakistan and India happened in the part of Kashmir which is under the control of Pakistan. And some cities of Pakistan which are at a great distance from Gilgit-Baltistan. So Gilgit-Baltistan, because the insurgency, which according to India is there, is in fact a phenomenon related to AJK, Azad Jammu and Kashmir. It's not related to Gilgit-Baltistan. Gilgit-Baltistan, here there has never been a terrorist type of activity or a terrorist movement, or I would say a jihadi movement, indigenous jihadi movement. There has never been such things throughout the history of the region of Gilgit-Baltistan. So I think there was no need for India to strike this part of the of Pakistan, because people here are very peaceful. Yet they do not want to have wars, and they do not want to get involved in terrorist activities or being involved in insurgencies. No, it's very close. It shares its borders with India. In fact, a vast border is it shares with India. For example, Kargil, Ladakh, these areas are just I can say the other side of the Pakistan. Historically, historically Gilgit-Baltistan, Kargil, Ladakh have been a single unit. So even there are close relations historically between the people of Gilgit-Baltistan and Kargil. For example, the language the people of Kargil speak is the same language which is spoken in the Baltistan region. And religiously also, they belong to the same religion and same sect. So there has been very close connections between Kargil and Gilgit-Baltistan. But because, as I said, there has never been a terrorist type of or a jihadi type of movement here. For example, attacking India or doing militant activities. So India, I think there was no need that India would strike or would attack any part of this region.
So by the way, last shooting, they made bilateral agreement between Pakistan and India, bilateral peace agreement, something like that. Do you have idea latest agreement they have done any peace agreement, or they still just temporary peace agreement, or what kind of peace agreement or ceasefire between Pakistan and India? The latest information.
Okay. First thing is that there has not been any peace agreement between India and Pakistan. Not a treaty. It was just a ceasefire. Even Indian leaders have stated that they do not call it a ceasefire, and they are ready to resume their military operations if they find that Pakistan is not, for example, doing its job, that is, from their perspective, control terrorists and curb the terrorist activities within its soil. So it was just a ceasefire, which was, I would say, that forced by major powers, great powers. The role of the United States was very much prominent. And I think, in fact, the world powers cannot afford to have a fully fledged and a full war, all-out war between two nuclear powers, because as we, students of IR now, that there is the issue of mutual assured destruction, there is the issue of nuclear deterrence, there is a theory of nuclear deterrence. So, and India, Pakistan's stance has been very clear that if our security and survival becomes threatened, endangered, we would use our nuclear weapons, because it's a fact that Pakistan cannot compete, or Pakistan cannot fight a conventional war with India for a long period of time, because in conventional terms, India is far ahead of Pakistan. So the only option which logically left for Pakistan is to activate its nuclear deterrent. And this was the reason that the world powers played their role. And I think both India and Pakistan also understood the threat of escalation, because it would get the two powers, South Asian powers, destructing each other.
I see. So as you said, there is no proper ceasefire and no proper peace agreement in this India-Pakistan border about Kashmir issue. And it seems just a conflict is just pausing, not any ceasefire or any peace dealing between two countries. So it's pausing, and anytime it can shooting again among.
This is the stance of the Indian side. India claims that they do not call it ceasefire, but for Pakistan and for the United States, which in fact brokered this ceasefire, it's a ceasefire.
Sure. If India did not want to be ceasefire, then Pakistan alone cannot do ceasefire,
I would say it's just rhetoric, because, Indian pride and Indian arrogance was a bit hurt by the Pakistani response. So they do not call it ceasefire, but in fact, in practical, it's a ceasefire. Ceasefire means that you stop firing your opponent. You start, using your military hardware. And India is doing this. They have stopped firing at Pakistan. They have stopped their military activities against Pakistan. This is what we call ceasefire. I think India is a bit expert in having these beautiful and fancy type of labels. In 1974, when they detonated their first nuclear device, they call it the smiling Buddha. Buddha, it's just a name. It was a nuclear device. It was an atom bomb, but they call it a smiling Buddha. Drawing parallels between a lethal and deadly weapon with somebody, a personality which I would say has been the most pacifist in the human history. That is Buddha. Buddha is the second name of peace. I would say in every religion there is some justification for using violence, but if we read the teachings of Buddha, we find that he was not in favor of using violence against not just human beings and animals, rather against anything which is living being. So what they call it, smiling Buddha. Today they have implemented the ceasefire, but they shy away from calling it a ceasefire.
It means just pausing shooting. It means anytime India maybe shoot again, or it's ready for shooting.
Yes.
It means Pakistan should be also ready on the other side. So the India maybe isn't that India want Pakistan should be more. Pakistan should do more about managing or controlling terrorism. I don't know Pakistan can do, or it's under Pakistani military capacity, or it is out of Pakistani government control, those terrorist group, or how do you see, or India just over pressuring Pakistan? How can you say that?
I think, we should try to understand the relationship between a state and non-state actors, especially in the globalized world. How a state can control non-state actors operating within its territory are actors that belong to it, that come under its jurisdiction. I would say in such a globalized world, it becomes quite difficult for states to control and exercise authority over all the non-state actors. And I think it has been a dilemma for every state. Even the most powerful states cannot claim to control and to have the power to control non-state actors within its territory. Pakistan is a huge country, its population, its area is huge, and controlling every organization, controlling every movement, controlling every actor is a bit difficult for Pakistan. But Indian approach has always been to allege and to blame Pakistan for sponsoring terrorism. There is every possibility that there may be an actor, a terrorist actor, that operates outside the jurisdiction of Pakistan, that operates not under the state tutelage, rather as per and according to its own ideology. How we can say that TTP, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, is indeed it's a terrorist actor, and definitely, as the name suggests, TTP belongs to Pakistan. It's a group of people who are the citizens of Pakistan. But Pakistan itself has been damaged and has embraced many deaths and casualties by the hands of this very terrorist actor. Now, for example, if TTP does something in Afghanistan, Afghanistan cannot say that behind the TTP was Pakistani government. This is, I think, an open secret that India is involved in Balochistan, sponsoring terrorists, and the Balochi separatists have been inflicting heavy damages on Pakistani military and security officials and personnel. Yes, Pakistan is blaming India for fomenting unrest and backing the terrorists, but Pakistan has never retaliated in a way that, for example, Pakistan would attack India or a part of India saying that you are involved in Balochistan. I think this is not what the states do interacting with each other.
So last the terrorist attack in Kashmir and killed dozens of people. And do you know that they found already the terrorist group information or detail which group or what is the name of terrorist group which killed people in Kashmir?
Okay. According to India, a group that was responsible for the terrorist attack was an offshoot of Jaish Muhammad. Okay, Jaish Lashkar-e-Toyaba, sorry, LET, Lashkar-e-Toyaba, and its name was something like Resistance Front and like this. But the word resistant, I do remember, the Resistant Front or something like this. India claims that it was part of Lashkar-e-Toyaba. Lashkar-e-Toyaba is a terrorist organization, and Pakistan has declared it a terrorist organization. Pakistan has curbed its activities and, in fact, dismantled the organizational structure and infrastructure of the Lashkar-e-Toyaba. And when this happened, the unfortunate incident happened, Pakistan offered itself an assistant and asked India to appoint a fact-finding committee so that they could find the reasons. That they could find the people who were responsible for this very act. But India, without heeding to Pakistan's request and demand, without considering what Pakistan proposed, it alleged Pakistan for being behind the terrorist attack, and it retaliated in a way that surprised the people of Pakistan, and I think the people of the world. It repeated the same strategy. It carried out in, I think, 2019 after the Pulwama attack. So I think India failed to offer credible evidence of Pakistan's involvement. Again, I would say that, for example, there is possibility that an unstate actor operating within Pakistan was behind the attack. They helped the terrorists who carried out the attack, but alleging and blaming this on Pakistan is, I think, unfair.
So those terrorists, Lashkar-e-Toyaba, they are Pakistani citizens, or those terrorists are Kashmir Indian citizens?
I think that the terrorists who were involved in carrying out this barbaric attack, I think they were not apprehended, because the area where this happened, Pahalgam, is an area which is a remote area. No road access, rather people would, because it's a tourist resort. People go there just to enjoy. Beautiful, if you see the images available on the internet, you would find that it's a mesmerizing area. So people would go there barefooted or something.
And you said that Kashmir, the terrorist attack, they attack, it was happening in the tourist site and tourist resort. Pakistani government or India government identify those terrorist individual? They are from Kashmir in India, or they are or citizen of Pakistani, or they do identify detailed information?
I think those terrorists were not identified because they escaped after doing what they wanted to do. As I said earlier, it was not an area which was part of the, for example, city, or which was adjacent to city. People would go there just to spend some beautiful moments there. But the problem is that it has been, I would say, consistent stance on the part of India that every terrorist attack which happens in Kashmir, the Indian occupied Kashmir, India thinks that it is, planned by Pakistan. It was baked by Pakistan, and those terrorists were trained by Pakistan. So whatever happens, even if the local people, and usually when a terrorist attack happens in Azad Jammu and Kashmir, the people are the local people, not people, for example, from Islamabad or from other metropolitan cities of Pakistan would go there and they would carry a terrorist attack. Usually the local population, because they have their own grievances, they would carry out terrorist attacks. But Indian stand has been that Pakistan is behind those attacks, and Pakistan is fomenting terrorism in the area. This is what Indian claim has been. So India, it appears that India doesn't bother to identify the terrorists, to know their identities. For India, whatever happens in Kashmir is something which was planned by Pakistan. So India sees those terrorist organizations or individuals as proxies of Pakistan, those carrying out terrorist activities on behalf of Pakistan.
I mean, it was a little bit, confusing because Indian government or Pakistani government did not identify those individual terrorist information, where the hometown or which citizen. I mean, they should mention, then you can know the terrorist information. Very, confidently, and then it seemed both government, some reason they did not share identity information of terrorists. And as you said, the two countries been for many, many years, long time distrust between two governments. They always suspicious each other and easy to attack each other using armed force, air force, something like that. So this trust is very high, and it's continuously this trust between Pakistan and India. So there is something they need to, kind of reduce distrust and reduce, suspicions. Some are good, I think, working or dealing cooperation together between two countries required. This is the situation is it's look like that. And after the shooting in last month, it still remain a lot of military personnel and tanks or any armor, a lot of troops from India side or India from Pakistan side still remain at the border.
I think the situation is not as dangerous as it was when the military clash erupted. And now we can see a sort of de-escalation on borders. And I would say there is no extraordinary deployment or no extraordinary activities on border on the both side of the border. Usual activities you can expect to be there. And from Pakistani side, I can say that there has not been extraordinary measures taken by Pakistan. Just usual, troops and usual troop movements and usual size sort of deployments, yes, because it's quite logical that when things get worse or when things get messy, states become a bit sensitive regarding their security, and we can expect a sort of a level of alert on the both sides. So there is some sort of alert. Both sides appear to be alert, but no extraordinary type of activities on the borders.
So it seems pretty much escalated between India and Pakistan, and it's I mean, people can live peacefully, not that much worrisome nowadays, right? So I mean that's I mean good for both countries, especially for people in the poorer area, And also you said Pakistan is also a neighbor with Iran. Iran has a serious conflict with the Israeli. They are attacking each other, and missile attacks, and killing people. And what is Pakistani's position, and how's Pakistani relation with Iran at the moment?
Okay, Pakistani position has been very much clear, and our National Assembly, the both houses of the parliament, they have passed resolutions condemning Israel and expressing solidarity with Iran. Also, our provincial assemblies have passed resolutions demanding Israel's the cessation of hostilities, and they believe that Israel is responsible for this dangerous situation in the region. And again, these provincial assemblies have expressed their solidarity with Iran. Our defense minister have stated that we are stand by Iran, and our sympathies, our support is for Iran. So on diplomatic, our envoy, UN envoy, also today gave a statement in the UN Security Council meeting, and he also called and held Israel responsible, and he also expressed his support for Iran. So on diplomatic side and on moral grounds, on moral side, Pakistan appears to be on the side of India. But how this will materialize is a question we cannot say anything. For example, is Pakistan going to support Pakistan in military terms, for example, by providing any military assistance to Iran? This is a question which is highly controversial, and I think one should be very much careful saying anything about it, because Pakistan has not hinted at doing something practically in support of Iran. And secondly, is to the relations, I would say that Pakistan and Iran relations have been good, but not exemplary. And there has been ups and downs in the bilateral relationship. But I would say that the relationship has always been smooth, if not excellent, or if not good. There has never been a serious clash between the two neighbors. Last year, there was a missile exchange between the two countries, but that was just to target the terrorists, because some terrorists, Iran believes, that operate against Iran from Pakistani soil. And we also believe that there are some terrorists who some Balochis and some separatists who take refuge in the Iranian side. So this type of things have been going on, but overall the relationship is quite good.
I see. So you want to say this Israeli-Iran conflicts is same line, Pakistan is same diplomatic line with India, which means India also support in favor of Iran, or they condemn Israeli. I don't know.
No. We haven't seen any statement from India condemning Israel, or, for example, are expressing sympathy towards Iran. It appears that India is having a dilemma because India has good relations with Iran as well. It has invested a lot of money on Chabahar port, and practically it has always been in good terms with Iran. So I think India doesn't want to annoy Iran by saying anything which may be in favor of Israel. And also India wants to avoid to say anything in support of Iran that could cause some sort of discomfort in Tel Aviv. So we haven't seen, especially personally, I haven't seen any statement coming out of Delhi.
So,
but Pakistan has been very vocal, very vocal. Even some analysts, are very much surprised by the bold stance Pakistan has taken vis-a-vis this conflict.
So you said India did not has clear statement on Israeli-Iran conflict, and they may be, India may have relationship with both Iran and Israeli, and it's difficult for them take a side, as you said, a kind of dilemma. But because in terms of economy, India needs Iran, right? You said a lot of
we should also
business in Iran, but in terms of military, India is heavily cooperation with Israeli as well.
Yeah, indeed.
So India cooperation with both countries. So so far you said there is no Indian statement of this conflict, and it did not take any side so far.
There is another factor I would highlight here. India appears to be quite vigilant and to be very much aware of the fact that if it goes against Iran by taking sides or by supporting Israel or by expressing support for Israel, then it would be something which would push Iran more towards Pakistan. Because we can say that Iran's relations have been very skillfully balanced with respect to India and Pakistan. Iran has always had a balanced relationship between the two bitter opponents. But if in this moment India does anything or say anything against Iran, while Pakistan is being very much vocal in support of Iran, that would mean that Iran is going to be more close to Pakistan, which is a loss for India, because international politics is a zero-sum game. Your gain is my loss, and my loss is your gain. So this factor is also crucial to understand the Indian response.
But by the way, Pakistan, as you said, has bold position supporting Iran, but Pakistan position may well be different from United States. United States support Israel, so in this Israeli-Iran conflict, United States support Israeli, Pakistani support Iran. So in this Israel-Iran conflict, US and Pakistan are different sides. So it will affect any relation between US and Pakistan, or it doesn't make any effect between Iran and between Pakistan.
You rightly said, you rightly said that Pakistan and the American stance have been quite opposite. Pakistan has expressed its support for Iran, and the US is behind the Israel. It's very much clear. But the difference is that Pakistan's support has been verbal. I would say that Pakistan has extended moral support to Iran. But on the other side, the US has supported Israel on all fronts. I mean, diplomatic, political, moral, logistically, in every sense. Even there are reports that a few days before the Israel undertook this unprecedented move, the United States supplied Israel with very sophisticated missiles. And the statements that we see issued by President Trump clearly shows that the United States is just with Israel in all aspects. But Pakistan's support is quite different. And it may, for example, it may cause some trouble in the US-Pakistan relations. But I think this is not something which is going to harm the relationship in a substantial way, because America understands, the US understands that Pakistan has to make such statements because after all, Pakistani government and the decision makers have to take the opinion and the view of its population into account.
So we don't know how much the impact of relation will be between Pakistan and US, but it may be it may not be a big deal because I mean Pakistan just morally supporting Iran, as you said, and China support Iran, China support Iran, but French, European probably support Israeli